Hey, everybody. So glad you're taking your time to listen to Tech Vibe Radio's One Mic Stand. Having a great time talking to some really great people here in the Pittsburgh area that have awesome solutions that can help you navigate the craziness that's going on right now. And I got a great group of guys here. They're no stranger to Tech Vibe Radio. We have Brad Browley, and of course, you have Rob Bagay from Vaco hanging out with us, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Really do appreciate it. And Rob, I'm going to give you the award for the best Zoom background right now.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Jonathan.
You're making it's like so sunny behind you all the time there.
Hey, like I said to you, I bring the sunshine no matter where I go.
You do, man. I love it.
That's what Pittsburgh's all about, bringing the sunshine to the world.
Yeah, absolutely. So how are you guys holding up? How's everything going for you guys? Obviously, I know you guys have been pretty busy because the stuff that you guys do is just so essential to many companies out there to keep the doors open and to keep things functioning.
Absolutely. We're doing quite well, actually. Again, we're really helping a lot of organizations in a number of different areas.
Okay.
I think one of the areas that I think we're doing a great job is working with our Morgan Franklin team. They're our consulting team that we had acquired here last July. Morgan Franklin does a lot in the technical accounting space. And what we did as a part of this is we had launched a technical accounting solution center to really help our clients and prospective clients as well during these challenging times, especially with a lot of their accounting and finance issues. We've seen so many companies, lay off over the last, last month, but what we find is they still have to, adhere to a lot of the regulations.
Absolutely, right.
So that's where we've really stepped in to offer that service to them, because again, they're looking for experts. Whether you have them or don't, we have this resource that we put in place. So what we've done is we've actually launched a webinar, actually 2 weeks ago, where we had our first webinar in regards to finance and accounting and issues around that, and we had about 500 people.
Wow.
In our first session. We had 1,000 people attend our last session, which was last Thursday. And then we have another one scheduled for this upcoming Thursday. It's been a phenomenal turnout. And
I was going to say, I mean, that's blowing my mind right there. That's a lot of participants, which just really goes to show you the importance of the services that you're providing. I mean, people need to know about this stuff, right?
Right. I mean, it's become more critical now than ever, if you think about it, because these businesses still have to operate. They might not have the staff, or they may be hanging on with a thread, but they
but it's an essential service, though.
They have to, right? It's a critical component to them running as a business. So, but we're glad that we're able to do this. We have the expertise, we have the talent, and again, we're servicing a lot of folks in this time of need.
Absolutely. And so, Brad, I know you're talking about some stuff that's going on within healthcare and IT. So obviously is absolutely crucial right now. How's Vaco working in those areas?
Yeah. Hey, Jonathan, thanks for having us on the show today. And yeah, you're absolutely right. We've got a division. It's one of our specialty practices here at Vaco, which is Pivot Point Consulting. These guys really focus on healthcare technology. And so they've created some solutions to really help clients in a time of need. And our goal is really just to be there if somebody needs us, right? So that's one of those things. It's a fine balance. Like we want to be there to support the client. Mm-hmm. We also want to chase this stuff either.
It's so weird because it's like, this is not the time to be chasing stuff. At the same time, like there's people that are in need. So luckily they're finding you. So it's not like you're saying, hey,
Yeah, that's it, right? We're like, we really just want to be there to support them if the by chance the need comes up and they're looking for some help. Some of the things that we've been helping companies with, which has been a big one. In fact, just recently talking to folks over at UPMC and Highmark here in town.
Okay.
The acceleration of telehealth.
That has to be just massive right now. So, I mean, I did telehealth for my first time. I had to do my follow-up to my doctor's visit to check my blood pressure, right? And they're like, just use the UPMC app, and I on my phone talking to my doctor and saying blood pressure's doing good. And I've never done that before, and this is the future.
Yeah, Jonathan. So what we're hearing is that this is probably going to change the way that we interact with doctors.
Totally.
The technology's been there for a while, but physicians, just based on the fact that they didn't have to adopt this technology earlier, and now this is sort of forced everybody's hand, and we're hearing from physicians that they like it. So the reality is it's a better, faster patient experience. It doesn't require you to get into a car to.
I was all about it. I can tell you that right now. Nothing better sitting in my foyer going like, doing great. Okay, see you later. And best of all, you can't get a tetanus shot there either.
That's so true. You know what? You never have to worry about the needle coming out.
All my visits are going to be telehealth from here on out.
That's right. Yeah, I'll be happy to switch. Yeah. So that's a big one. There's several, but that's probably top of mind for a lot of physicians right now.
Definitely.
Making that transition fast, sort of forced.
Yeah, absolutely. So how does Vaco then work with like a UPMC or a health provider to set these systems up? I mean, obviously, these are huge systems.
Yeah, so it's really just fast tracking how quickly they're able to.
I see. Okay.
Because not everybody had the capability set up. For many hospitals, they did, but if they didn't, hey, we're here. We can help you.
I see. Absolutely.
Yeah, so it just depends. Like for your UPMCs and Highmarks, they already had the capabilities. From what I understand, it's usually your more regional players that were impacted a little bit greater.
Totally.
So sometimes we're helping the enterprise, sometimes we're helping the regional hospital.
That's what it's all about, man. I mean, at the end of the day, it's tech to the rescue, right? And it's people like you and Rob in the back that actually can get those solutions spun up and running and implemented to solve these problems.
That's it, right? Just being there when you need us, right? So don't always need us, but when you do, we're here. So
exactly right.
Yeah.
So what else? Keep going.
Want to do touch base a little bit. So we've got something that we're excited about that's coming up here shortly.
Surely.
And we think it's really timely because it's on mental health.
Okay.
So on May 6th, we actually have she's awesome. Her name's Christie Kali. She's a HR professional with 20 some years working with executive teams and HR organizations to help improve their messaging and really their programs. And she's going to be talking about mental health.
Huge. Yeah.
Through COVID-19.
Okay.
On May 6th. So we're excited to have her. We wanted to give her a little kudos there as that's coming up here soon.
Are you guys going to have like expanded seating at this webinar? Because I'm thinking like this is a pretty important topic right now. I think a lot of us are thinking about like how can we deal mentally with what's going on, because we're all dealing with different stressors now. I mean, we're not only just freaked out about getting a virus, we're freaked out about our 401ks, but we're freaked out about the new ways we're working at home. And so I think a lot of us are kind of all on edge. And so it's kind of nice to know that you guys have a resource out there. Someone can maybe walk us through some of the things, give us some strategies and things like that.
Yeah, that's it. Right. So it's for the individuals in HR that maybe are getting a lot of questions. So if they're an HR leader and their organization, maybe the need's there, but a lot of times there's a stigma tied to mental health that people
too much.
They're just embarrassed to say anything.
Right.
And so this is really how do we communicate with folks in a way that doesn't make them put up their guard, right? So they realize that people really are there to help them. It's not there's no stigma tied, but we want to break down those walls.
If people go to Vaco's website, they can then register for it there.
So it's not on the website yet. So I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you, Jonathan. Actually, we need to get the marketing material built for it still.
We'll put it in the liner notes of this. So that way people can read through it and they can then get the link to it there as far as it is. I want people to be able to find it and sign up and check it out.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Rob, quick question for you.
Yes.
What other things can people approach you guys for? I know you have so many different areas that you really excel at. What are some other areas that people are out there now that have a need? They need that fifth beetle on their team right now to spin up, help get through some of this?
Yeah, there's really, in this downturn with a lot of people being, out of work, typically we focus on technology positions.
Mm-hmm.
It could be anything from a CIO on down, in all honesty. So if there's any part of your technology team that you need help, just reach out.
Cool.
Reach out to me, reach out to, Brad. We're here to help because again, We have a lot of folks that we're talking to, both from a client perspective as well as from a consultant perspective. Our talent pool of consultants, because of this, is vast.
It has to be.
If you need a specific resource, please reach out. We have the talent sitting ready and willing and able.
Very cool. I love it all the way around. Anything we haven't covered today? What else am I missing here?
Yeah, something I want to just piggyback on what Rob was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the things that we do that's a little bit unique, because in the recruiting industry, it's not unique to have talent, but what is unique and kind of transformational about Vaco is how many different ways we can help you with talent.
Gotcha.
One of them is managed services, which would be say, hey, we've got a whole application that we need supported, and we maybe don't want to do it. We want to hand that off to somebody else to help us out, to get that off our plate so we can focus on the really cool thing that we're doing tomorrow. That's where we come in. Well, hey, we can help you build a whole team. We can manage it for you, or if you'd like, you can manage the team. So it just depends on what really trying to cater to the client, whatever they really want to do.
Absolutely.
We also do offshoring, which a lot of folks don't know. So Google actually took us offshore about 3 or 4 years ago, approximately. And since then, we've built another separate entity to support all of our other clients for
I didn't know that.
quality assurance, offshore, and application development.
You guys have it covered then. Simple as that.
Exactly.
Really
if there is
just saying.
That's it. Yeah. If somebody needs an IT resource in any capacity, we're able to help them out.
Very cool. Very cool. Like I said, you guys are kind of like the fifth Beatle of an organization, man. Just call and you guys will tune up the old guitars there and make it happen, right?
That's
Absolutely.
it. Yep.
Very cool, guys. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me today. I really appreciate it. I love you guys being part of these stories that we're telling about some really cool companies here in Pittsburgh that have awesome solutions that can help you out. Simple as that. You guys are the best. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Yeah. Thank you, Jonathan.
Absolutely.